Hello great people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Bubu dress or a cowl dress. Now depends on what you want to call it right now. So please, if you've not subscribed, try as much as possible to do so right now. This actually go a long way to inspire me to do more. Thank you so much for doing that. Love you. Now let's go right into today's teaching. Now what you do is to fold your fabric into four, just like so. You see me fold it into four, just like so. Try as much as possible to make sure that you have enough fabric to make this, so that the cowl will come out very nice. And then measure the breadth of your fabric. I have 24 there, and then the length, I think I have close to 60. I'm sorry, my camera did not capture everything. And the length is close to 60, and then the breadth is about 25 inches after folding it into four. Now I'm going to cut out my neck. I measured 1 inch from that downward side because I don't want it to be too deep at the back, and then I measured 4 inches for the other part, for the breadth, and that is why I cut it out like so. I'm cutting the two out because the fabric I folded is folded into four, but I'm still going to remove the front part out later. So now for the sleeve length, it's together with the shoulder now, so I have about 21 inches left because I minus 4 inches to cut out the neck. I hope you understand. Now the next thing to do is to cut out the length of my sleeve round. That is where my hand is going to come out through. Let me use simple terms so that it's actually easy for you to understand. So I'm going to measure the length of the sleeve round. Actually I used 7 at first, but I felt it's going to be very small by the time I joined the shoulder and the other part, so I later ended up using 9 inches for the sleeve. So you can do same. It depends on this length, this hand length. The hand length is already big, so it depends on how you want it. So I am cutting out that other side. We folded it into four, so one side is open and the other side is not open, so I'm trying to cut out the other side. Now the next thing to do is, after measuring your sleeve length where you want your hand to come out, the next thing to do is to measure from the downward part. You can measure 15 inches depending on how pencil you want the downward part to be. You measure 15 inches for the downward. I measured 15 inches from there, and then from that place where my sleeve length stopped, just the way you see it in the video. Now I'm trying to remeasure it again for you guys to see. My sleeve length stopped at 9 inches. I told you I later made it 9 inches. So I'm going to notch that part so that it will be easier for me to identify when I want to sew. So I notched out the part, the sleeve length part. I already minus 15 inches from the downward part, so I'm just going to slant it just like so. I'm sorry my ruler isn't so long, and that is why I am not taking it directly from the 15 inches. So I'm going to just move the ruler downward again and make sure it is well slanted. This is very easy, guys. It is very easy. You just have to put your mind to it and then cut it out just like so. You see the way I slanted it. I measured 15 inches downward and then I cut it out just like so. And then our sleeve length is still there. Now the next thing to do is to separate the two, with the front part from the back part. Don't forget, we already cut out the back knit. I'm sorry, my video, I didn't know that my camera stopped. I already cut out the neck of the front. You just have to cut out a V neck depending on how deep you want it, but I used 5 inches for mine, so you just cut out a V neck for the front. Now the next thing to do is to cut out a small inch, a piece that you will use for the rope that is at the front, to cover up the rope that will be at the front, so that you will achieve that puffiness that is at the front. I'm sorry, I don't know the name to call it, and that is why I'm calling it that puffiness. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You see this straight piece, you're just going to join it neatly to the front like so. You will have it to the front. Try as much as possible to iron out the front part so that it will be very easy for you to identify when you want to run a stitch through it. You can make the piece 3 inches and then you stitch it at the two sides and run a straight stitch at the middle. You can see that we have 2 rope going through the 2 holes, so you stitch it at the 2 sides in the middle and run a straight stitch in the middle, at the 2 sides, and then run a straight stitch. And this is the rope that I'm going to be using for the inside. So you can see what the rope looks like. You can just stitch it straight like that. So after stitching the rope, you insert it inside the 2 holes that you have on your fabric. This is actually very easy, guys, trust me. Thank you so much for taking our time to watch this video to the end. If you've not subscribed, please try as much as possible to do so right now. Thank you so much. I love you deeply. See you in my next video. Bye.